me personally, I don't think there's a specific amount of time you have to take for you to be engaged. If you want to propose to somebody in a relationship with you, it depends on the people in the relationship, so it's an individual thing. You have to do it at the right time. So if the right time is 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, listen, take your time and do it and make sure it's right.
First of all, Narcisse, what you think this is? I'm not waiting 10, 20 years for you to propose. What you think this is? It doesn't even take me 10 years to graduate from law school. Are you crazy?
So when you're going into a relationship, what's the main thing about going into that relationship with that female? For you, I'm gonna just go to the extreme that you give 20 years, because 6 months was good. A year, yeah. Five. Okay, if y'all were dating in high school, I can understand. But 20, like, yeah. What were you doing? What was the purpose of you getting in that relationship? For you to have a woman in your life for 20 years, and then wait after 20 years to propose? Like, what the heck?
Are you trying to get a degree? Like, which degree are you trying to get? Like,
law degree, doctor.
Yo, listen, we're talking about proposing and all that. I would not say this, man. Like, that 20 years, yo, like, we're trying to build a partnership, man. Like, I ain't got to pop the question now. As long as we're good. Sure, you feel me?
If we've been together for 4+ years, I understand, depending on the level of the relationship, like you were saying, if we fresh out of college, we're just getting a new job, okay, we understand. We have to work into something. But after that, we got our things together. We are in our, so let's say, 30s. What are you trying to do? Like I'm not about to be with you, because as a woman, we have a biological clock. We want to have kids. We want to do, you know what I'm saying? We're not trying to be here just sitting here waiting for you to be like, okay, now you're 40, I'm 50, whatever. I can marry you now. No, that's not right.
I also want to add to that. With most men, I feel like men know what they want. So if a man has you lingering for 20 years, you're not it. Because you could get in another relationship for like 6 months or so, and he's engaged, he's married. I've seen that happen all the time. So don't ever. How much time do you really need? 20 years that's a whole family you could be building with a person. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
You're talking about a man having a purpose. So whenever you're going into a relationship, to me, the purpose is to be with that person for the rest of my life.
Right.
And I don't focus so much on marriage as being the goal, because as we know today, marriage is not something that lasts forever. There's more divorce happening now than marriage staying together. So if marriage is the goal, once you get married, you feel like you accomplish everything, and then you're just gonna stand still, and then that can lead to so many issues and divorce. So I feel like being together, staying together, building together, growing together, helping each other,
okay, so
all that stuff.
If that's the main goal for both of you guys, then I think that's okay.
And
if both parties
because I feel like that title of marriage does not.
But why would you go date someone if you feel like you're not thinking about getting married?
Because you want to be with that person.
Oh, so you just want to be with that person
forever.
Let me be with you.
But marriage is not for everyone. Marriage is not for everyone. As long as
when you said about marriage, you said, "Oh, if marriage is a goal, then after you marry, you stop." No. The goal is being with each other for the rest of your lives. When you're honoring your partner by marrying them, it's like it's a legal agreement you have together, saying that you'll be together till death do you apart. Being married just means that you have that agreement, but you're gonna continue to cherish that person. You're gonna continue to date them like you were on a regular basis. Like, you have to work. Marriage is at work. You don't just get married. Oh, I'm accomplished now. I'm done. That's it. Like, that's not how marriage is.
But I see Narcisse's point where it's like not everyone wants a marriage. So if both parties agree with that, I don't think it's foul. If she's willing to be with you for 20 years, then she doesn't care about the talk. But if you're leading her on and she's hoping, then I feel like it's wrong.
Yeah, that's why I think communication is a big thing. So I feel like that's why earlier I was saying that it has to be something that works for the people in the relationship. Once you communicate and talk to each other, whatever time you agree to work on or getting married. And
I just feel like there is, to me, I feel like there is not a specific time. It could be 20 years, it could be 30 years. I don't know. Let me tell you something. The thing is, don't just drag it. Don't waste my time. And I don't want to waste your time as well. There is a lot of people out there that can, they want Narcisse, they want Vinny, they want Chanel, they want somebody else. Just don't drag it. Right. Come around, let's talk, let's sit down, let's get to know each other for maybe a 6 month. Maybe I will give it a try or something. But if I feel like this is not going anywhere, my friend, cut it off.
Cut it off.
But you have to know the goal, though.
Yeah.
You have to know the goal. If you guys don't have the same goal, I think that's the main thing. If you're going into the relationship and she wants marriage, and that's not really what you want, and you're not sure about it, be honest about that.
But that's
she's not hoping.
That's
that,
why I'm not
you know?
going to get into a relationship with you.
Right.
First of all, when I get into a relationship, I don't just get into a relationship.
Right.
I'll let you know what my goals are,
Right.
what I'm looking for.
Right.
I want to hear what your goals are.
Right.
And if you're not,
Doesn't
if your
match
goal,
up.
the end goal is not marriage to you or settle down and have kids, then I'm not dating you. You're
Right.
not my type, basically.
Right.
I'm not gonna waste my time and sit around and you're trying to grow or trying to get your shit together. And I'm here. I already have my shit together. We're not on the same level. Yes, I
Right.
understand helping men get there, but I'm not your mom. I'm not
Right.
gonna babysit you. You should.
Right.
I'm
Not
ready.
your mother.
Be
She
ready.
said
You know what I'm
shit is
saying?
not
If
my
I'm ready, be ready. If you're not ready, the next person, next
Right.
caller. That's just my point.
It's your
Yeah.
calling to help somebody else.
No, it's not my calling. I'm not your mom. I'm only helping my children, my daughter, my son.
But wait,
period.
let me just say, but you say you're not helping me, but I don't understand.
No, what I mean by that, I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you make
Yeah.
a decision or
Right.
try to figure out your goal.
Well,
No.
you can do it as
If you
well.
want- no.
Look. I may know what I want, but I just feel like I want somebody to be there for me. Like, hey, we gotta do this.
I can be
You
there
kind
for
of not
20 years.
Give it a push, like just,
Okay,
you know,
it's a limit with that though.
Right.
You can
I
help
know some
someone.
people are just like very slow. They know what they want, but just like they,
How long? Okay,
Huh?
how long is you're gonna be like, okay,
No.
I'm helping him get to, or
Can't raise
him
a
or
boy.
she,
Can't
because
raise a
sometimes
man.
man needs to help women.
But-
I'm helping them get to the level that they need to
Sister,
be.
but you gotta
And then
do
it's
it
gonna be
that way.
like, okay, we are there now. We're there. We're there now. What's next? After you guys are there. You're gonna still be in a dating situation for 20 years, for 30 years.
No, it's
after
not
we're
for-
there.
Of course, like I said, you don't have to drag it, but it has to be. I mean, we're different. The way we do things, it's different. I may have something that I really want, and I feel like I'm able to go and but I need somebody to be there. Like, you're my girl, that you better tell me, because I may be ready and you now. So just come around and tell me. Hey,
And be
what's
with
up?
somebody that's
We-
ready for that.
This is the thing I feel about men that wait that long. I feel like you definitely know in your heart that that's not the woman you want to be with.
100%.
But you feel like at
100%.
this point, at this moment, you cannot do better than her.
Right.
So guess what? It's convenient for you to
Convenient.
drag her along, keep her
Convenient.
there until you can get to the place where you can either afford the women you're looking for.
Yes.
Okay, the
Preach.
women in the status
It's
where
a
you're looking
preach.
for. One. Two,
Yes.
when you feel like at this point, okay, I've caught another one that's better than her.
Right.
Then you're like, okay, now I can let you go. Most of those cases, as soon as they break up with that woman they've been with for 15 years, 6 months they're getting married to another woman.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's what it
So
is.
it's
And
not that
that's
y'all not
crazy.
ready. Y'all don't be wanting to do what you want to do because you want to.
They will do
Try
right by
somebody
who they
along.
want.
Exactly.
They will do
Exactly.
right by
But
who they
my
want.
thing about that example, I hear a lot all the time. Or a man can be in a relationship for 10 years and then get out of that relationship and then jump in another one and
Right.
get married.
In 6
But
months.
One thing we don't realize that marriage or engagement takes two people, right? Why do we
Facts.
always blame the guy if they're not engaged or they're not married? Y'all don't understand that maybe
Facts.
the girl might not be the one that's ready. And then he left that relationship and went to find marriage somewhere else because the
80%.
girl was the one not being ready. Because some
Right.
girls don't
That's
want to
true.
get married.
That's
But
true.
We always look at that situation one-sided. We
The
have to look at it
probability,
both.
though.
The
We look at
probability, the
probability.
statistic.
It's
Why?
mostly men
I feel like
not want
when
to
did y'all-
marry.
when did y'all
And
get
then
on that?
But that's not the-
part is
Research.
It's usually, I'm sorry.
But that's not the full story though, because we gotta think about it. When people get in a relationship, right?
Right.
Most of the time, what you hear from girls, oh, you've been with him for X amount of time. What is he waiting on?
Right.
Is it really you thinking about, okay, it's like I'm ready, or is your people talking to you in your ears like, okay, it's been 5-10 years, your man still dragging his feet? Like, we have to understand at the end of the day, man. Like Narcissus say, guys can be ready, or sometimes we might be thinking about something else. But still, just because I didn't pop the question in 2-3 years, doesn't mean you're not the one. It takes time, but in your ears now, when you talk to your girlfriends, she's getting married, your cousin's getting married, everybody's getting married. Now you feel some type of ways. Now it's kind of like, well, what are you waiting on?
Well,
Why am I still not married? And then I talked about, 80% of the time, I mean, something like that you say. It's not factual. Like,
It is.
when there's a breakup, most of the time it's one side of the story. The guy is the bad person.
Right.
Most of the time.
So you guys are trying to
Most
tell
of the
us-
time, when
you
there's a
guys are trying
breakup,
to say that
oh, he
most
played
men-
me.
Please.
He kept me. He dragged me along. He did like the guy always do something. The girls
So
never.
you guys are saying so
do
women
anything.
lie all the time. So
No,
we're
it's
lying.
Nobody said
lying.
that.
No,
Nobody said that.
No, but But to say that,
But you always, like,
most of
put
the time it's
everything
one
on
side
us.
of the story. It's kind of coming off as, a lot of women lie about how it went. Because what side of the story is it that I wanted you to show your commitment with me and marry me, and you took too long, and I know my worth, and I move on.
Right.
What other side of the story is that?
Right.
If you want somebody, engage them, show them your commitment, and follow through. That's
My
it.
point.
Yeah.
But women initiate most of the divorce, right? If you, but if you remember the day of the wedding, we say for better for worse. When women cheat in a relationship, us guys are willing to make it work and stay.
I don't know. With the ego.
Not with the ego.
You're lying.
Okay, we're gonna hear you out.
We might be mad, but we are willing
Oh my
to stay in
God.
that
No.
Why are you lying?
No, sis, I don't really get what you're saying, because don't forget, you're African. So when it comes to certain things, a woman cheating on you, it's a no.
It's a no.
It's a no.
But I don't agree with that concept.
Let's cut it.
I'm an individual,
Right.
Okay.
so I'm not walking around my head like, oh, I have to think the way Africa think. So
Facts.
for me, if my women cheat, I'm gonna look at the whole situation. I'm not gonna be quick to jump and make a
That's
for me as an individual.
Okay,
That's
how
for
you
me.
want to move on from that? By reminding her every day that she
Not only
cheated
that.
on
No,
you?
I will forgive her
Not
and
only
I'll
that,
move on
let me
from
tell you,
that.
a man would
People can
cheat.
be trusted
Listen,
again.
a man would cheat 50 times. All right, a woman will still take you right back one time and forgive you and maybe
Not
not bring
all
it up. With some most women, but if a woman cheats one time or does something wrong once,
It's over.
it's over. You kick that person out, and that's very
But that's not all
selfish.
men though.
Most men,
Most
it's all
men.
about men.
Yeah.
But I would say 90% of men will take
99,
time.
baby.
It's an ego thing. Yeah.
It is an ego.
You hurt his ego.
You cheated on me.
cheated
and did
on
all
him,
that.
you hurt
Yeah.
But what if I'm cheating on you because you're cheating on me?
Right. But
So I did not leave you. So why
But
you
the thing is, I'm a man, right? I'm gonna go out there. Let's say I went out there and I cheat on you and everything, but it won't. I feel like it won't be obvious, like you doing it as a woman.
What?
You know,
Listen.
there will be some signs telling me that. You see, you know what?
They can make sense.
There was somebody in there that was maybe bigger than me. I feel like
You know what it is? It's a sexism thing.
Right.
You know, I don't know if you guys have heard the analogy with a lock that goes into a key. Or
Right.
It's a whole sexism thing. Women throughout society have been looked at like that. If you're a woman, you sleep with multiple men or you cheat, you're looked at as you're a hoe. But men get praised.
He's a player.
He's a player. So what John is saying is exactly that.
Now let me say
That's
something.
exactly what you were saying.
Let me say something though. So when it comes to cheating, right? Like you say, okay, a guy would cheat on a girl 5-10 times and she'd take him back. But she does it one time, he lives. I cheated on you, right? Yeah, you take me back. That's your choice. I didn't make you. Yeah, I'm gonna come to you and beg you.
Okay.
You decide to take me back.
Sure.
If you do it, I don't have to do the same thing. Just because you did it, that means I gotta go with it too. So we need to get that straight. Like people say, oh well, he always takes it back. Yeah, because that's what she wants to do.
Okay. So, look, I have brothers, and this is what I've heard from my brothers. Okay. Usually, I see the reason why men leave right away when you cheat one time, and the reason why women stay and give you chances because women get attached too quick.
Right.
And if a woman cheats on you, then they have feelings. Most of the time, they have feelings for that other person.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for a woman to cheat. So if they cheat on you, they might catch feelings for that person or get attached with that person.
Yeah.
But with men, a man would cheat on you and not have feelings for you. All he wants is to have sex with you, and he's done.
That's the way your brother
It's still a choice.
and
Not
again,
otherwise.
not only that, no, I'm saying like from different men who cheat.
I've heard that
I said most. Okay,
She said
don't get me
most.
wrong. I keep saying
Majority.
most men feel like, okay, she cheated on me. Oh yeah, her heart is somewhere else. Because definitely we don't think with our heads, we think with our hearts most of the time as women.
Right.
With men, you guys think with your heads. And down there.
Right.
So
No,
that's a
I
big
agree
difference
with her.
right
We
there.
think we both. Just with this.
No, you don't.
But again, it still goes back to when we look at culturally wise. Like what we do is every relationship in our culture as African is supposed to be with a meaning. Even if you're 16, 17, oh, why you dating him? You can't date because this, and that. He's not a man. Can't take care of you. Like, we need to, like, no, she said we have to be our own people. At some point in time, yes, you can keep that culture, but that means you have to take the whole bag with you. What fits with you, what applies to you, take it with you. So it's like, if I'm with you, and I feel like 3, 4, 5 years is still not enough time, it's not. If you decide to live with me, that's on you. Like, it's not gonna, I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad man for saying, okay, you know, hey, like, I waste your time. I didn't waste your time. It's just that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
You chose to
You
go.
sure did.
How'd I waste your time?
No, we have to fault women as well because women
How was
date
your
a lot
time?
of men with potential. He could be, he will get, you know what I mean? If that's not who he is and he's not going to get better, or he's not going to get to the point where he wants to propose, you also have that responsibility to walk away.
So how is it? Okay,
But-
so what point? Just quick question. What point in that 5-year relationship do you tell her that I am not seeing you as my wife?
Right.
Exactly.
What
It needs
point
to be
in those
vocalized.
5 years do you
Yeah.
let her know like I'm just not seeing you coming with me in the next step?
When you
So
start
that
backing
way.
up.
So that way she's not messing
That's
up
not
her.
telling.
She's not wasting her time because it truly is a waste of time.
It really is.
But like I said though,
I think what Vinny
think
was
she
saying.
left because I wasn't ready. I didn't say she wasn't that
Yeah.
person. Her time frame wasn't good enough. Okay, 5 years. I've been with you for 5 years. I'm gone. Okay, well now I gotta find somebody else because you left. I never say I don't want you. I never say you're not the one. It's just the time frame, what was doing, working on, and what I was working for.
But
It's
did you
like I'm
communicate
doing
that?
it. Huh?
But that's different. That's some guys, they don't communicate that. I don't mean to cut you off, but some guys, they don't communicate that. Saying that, hey, this time frame is a little too small. Let me get to this point, and then we'll talk about
It's all
it.
about communication.
Well,
You know,
the one-
and
I
especially
agree.
if you're not telling that person, she's like waiting, like
Right.
you know, even if she's doing what she needs to do, she's in school, she's doing whatever, and she's like, okay. To her, she's already there, and she see that you're almost there.
Right.
And then it's like, okay, we're almost there. She's not saying marry her right now, but
Right.
maybe put an engagement ring and saying that, hey, we're
I'm
going to
committed.
get there. I'm
Somewhere.
committed.
Once-
We're going there.
once-
So why can't you just put an engagement ring and say that, hey, we're engaged and we're working on towards marriage? Because just because you're engaged doesn't mean that you have to
get
get married
married.
right away.
Right.
You can wait until you guys actually have the finance and whatever to be married.
Once you drop that ring though, it's no more waiting. Like you
Yes,
can't be.
it is.
Oh, I've been engaged for 5 years.
You can't-
I've
you
been
can't wait
engaged for
another
6
5
years.
years
Like,
after that.
let's be
Because
reasonable.
Once you put on that ring, all women at that point start doing is
But
watch
to
wedding
me,
dresses,
they'll be like-
making
they'll be like-
alliances and stuff like that. So
They'll be like-
because it's time to start
I understand what
getting
you're
married at
saying.
that
To
point.
me,
reasonable.
do not give me a ring if you're not ready to get married.
It's like a
in
shut-up
a
ring.
year or two.
In a year or two.
Wait, be ready, then give me a ring.
Right.
You're not gonna give me a ring for me to wait another 3-5 years.
Yeah.
But after
Let me
the
ask
next
this.
thing.
No hush rings.
Give me a ring because you're ready to
Exactly.
get
What if
married
I'm not
to me.
financially stable and
Don't
I'm
give me a
waiting
ring.
to have a ring and everything, but I'm not
How much is a ring,
financially stable?
John?
Huh?
How much is a ring?
Well, we will go to Walmart and
It's
buy
okay.
a ring.
How much is $40?
It's
just $40.
$40.
It's commitment. It's
Okay,
a ring.
let's be honest here.
The value of a ring should
And I'm not taking it.
You're not
let's
taking
respect
it.
it. Let's
What do
be
you
honest.
want? 1,000 or something? Oh, baby, I'm not about to spend that money on you. Ooh, a ring.
Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. The same person that want rings, the same girls that want rings, they always got some type of requirement. Oh, I want this type of ring. Oh, he bought me a ring from Walmart. Like, they,
Lord of
first
the
of all,
Rings.
Not
it's-
everyone.
They walk around and collect rings
Yeah.
from men.
First of all,
They
it's
leave and
requirement.
collect rings.
rings
Lord
around
of the
like
Rings.
First of all, they got requirements. And on
Okay.
top of that, everybody say, oh, marriage. Okay. If you, most of the time, real talk, and y'all can speak your mind to most of the time, you give a girl a ring, take her to court, she ain't happy. She want a wedding. So do you want us to be together? Or do you want that big white wedding?
Thank you.
Well, you
Because, I mean, we had to bring
That's
that
what
up
makes
too.
you wait 5 years?
No. I'm saying though.
10
I'm saying though. You saying marriage,
You've
right?
been looking for that one
You said
wedding as well,
marriage.
so let me
Okay,
get
wait.
ready for it.
If you know your partner and you know that this
Right.
she only wants
Communication.
communication and she just
Yeah.
want to wed,
Communicate.
not even a wedding, and she's okay with court wedding. Like, hey, we don't have it right now, but I do want to show you that commitment and get and do a court wedding.
But you know what?
She should be fine with that. If
Exactly.
not, then you should be worrying about. You shouldn't even put a ring on her
On
finger
her.
because she's
But-
in it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Is the point to be married, like I mentioned, legally, all this and that commitment, is that the goal?
But
Or
you
is the
can
white stuff, like, church, all of that, is that, which one is the goal? Now I'm
But
confused.
That's a whole different
Now I'm
I think
confused.
it goes back.
Story.
Let me just say that I think it goes back to communication,
Right.
starting your relationship. What are y'all deciding to do?
Right.
Are y'all being communicative? Because a lot of us in these relationships, we don't even communicate.
That's what
You're
it
just
comes down to.
assuming this is what
This
the
is what
person
person
wants.
wants. Right.
There's plenty of women that'll be fine with just going to court and being married.
Plenty,
And there are
plenty.
women that want a white wedding. So if you're sitting down in the dating stage, ask them, what do you know? It's
What do you
never
want?
too soon.
It's never too
yeah.
soon,
And
yeah.
what do you want?
And that's why it's called a goal. You set your goals. You ask
Right.
this person, okay, what do you want? I want a white wedding. No, I want traditional wedding, period.
Right.
All right, I'm going to work 3 years, 4 years, working, do something, get money together and give you that traditional wedding you're looking for.
Right.
But when you get into a relationship and say, okay, She's not gonna want a court wedding. I have to wait 10 years to give her a white wedding. What if I don't want a white wedding?
Exactly.
But
Communication.
you know what's interesting? Some of those guys that are like, oh, she don't want to wait for a woman. We'll go out of the way for the woman they actually want and do all that. Even $20,000 and put a ring on her.
Exactly.
Because it's
That
all
happens
about,
all the time.
if he doesn't see you and doesn't have a vision, it's not about getting to know you.
Exactly.
If he doesn't see you as a wife and he doesn't see you as the woman he wants to be with, it doesn't matter what you do for that man.
And men are
He's not
very
gonna wife
visual.
you.
Men are a very visual person. Not to speak
Yes.
for men, but men, they see you and they know, like, oh, I know that.
Exactly.
He's gonna work toward it.
Like,
That's where his mind is at.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
My father always say that a man know what he wants when he wants it.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
And men go hard for what they want. Yeah.
Because a man, if a man knows that, you know what, damn, that girl right there, she's gonna be my future wife. Guess what? He's gonna do
work hard.
everything to bag her. So.
And I feel like it's the same thing for females because a lot of times when we have this type of conversations, you will hear most women. It's always like single women, right? They will say, "Oh, leave after 5 years, leave after 3 years."
And they're single.
No, they got a point here, though.
Let's talk about actions now, right?
Kinda.
There's a lot of women that still stay in those long relationships.
Right.
They don't leave because I feel like what's more important than being married too early is having a good relationship and a good person.
Absolutely.
So you can be in a relationship for 8 years with no ring, but you know the guy that you have is a great guy.
Right,
That you're not gonna walk away from that relationship because you don't have that ring.
Well, you have to make sure you're reasonable. You're not hoping.
So,
You know what I mean? Because women,
That's
it's
facts.
easy to
That's
say
facts.
leave, but you have to also take in consideration of the things that you have going on in that relationship.
Right.
Like this whole dating, like I was saying earlier, people are dating. Oh, she's cute, he's cute. Let's do this, and then like, oh, I won't ask that right now. It's too soon. Ask them.
No, it's never too soon.
What type of wedding they want? Does she want a 50K
You don't even
ring?
believe in marriage.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They want a 50K ring, and you know you can afford it. Then leave. The problem with most men is they know they don't agree with the wants that she has, but they still keep her around.
It's just because they know sometimes they will change.
No, it's not the changing part. It's not the changing part. You know that she will fall for you, and at that time it will be a little harder for her to just be like,
manipulative.
So you bring her in,
Manipulative.
reel her in,
Mind games.
They reel you in until you can't get out, and then it's like, oh well, I don't believe in marriage. Like what?
Right.
What are you talking about? You don't believe in marriage. You knew from day one I want to be married.
I still feel like still come down to, it's still, that's just not all, but mostly, like Narcissus say, the outside noise, like, okay, those single ones, those are like this and that. Want you, like, yeah, they might ride for you, look like they're riding for you, rooting for you. Oh yeah, live them. But sis, you're single. You've been single for a long time.
But maybe she doesn't want to settle. She's single, but she's not going to settle.
That's the thing, though. There is a problem.
No.
Because
we need to change.
Relationship, and it's not working. No, listen.
not
A lot of these girls are single because they jump from relationship to relationship.
Exactly.
It's not working, and they blame it on guys.
They'll be
Then they
taking
come
it
in
like a shirt.
and they are the issue.
But guess what? I'd rather jump from relationship to relationship and be single for the rest of my life.
And
And now you bring the whore because you changing. You're having sex with them. It's everything.
Dating doesn't mean you're having
Let's
sex.
be honest though.
Dating doesn't mean you're having sex with everyone you're dating.
Okay, I have a question because I feel like I'm
period.
kind of lost. Okay, when you're dating a man, so don't you do that? Don't you do it with
Not everyone. Some people are celibate. Some people are celibate in their
Because
relationship.
in this 2020 where we are right now,
Aren't you a
it's
virgin?
hard. It's really hard.
Aren't you a virgin?
I am, but in this 2020, a lot of girls out here.
So, but what would you assume? Okay, but what would you assume that every female that's in a relationship with a guy is having sex? That's not real.
That's why we've been hearing around.
You can have sex with one person, your next relationship, and not have sex with that person.
Exactly.
It's a personal thing. You can't say women in general. No, most women out here, after like having sex with different people in relationships, and then they're tired of it not working out. I'm like, damn, I'm just sleeping with everybody. It's not working out. Okay, how about me taking my time and not have sex with you? Let's practice like a year or 2 years or 6 months, then see where things go. Women do that. There's books out there for women how to stay without having sex for a long time.
And I agree with you.
Men do that sometimes too. It just depends on who you are.
I agree with you. I
Can I go
just
back
feel like
really quickly? Can I go back to what you guys said? These your friends are telling you because they're single. They're telling you to leave. Y'all men got your friends that are single, whoring around, right? And they don't want to advise you better. They know you got a girl. They know you are happy, but they're like, man, are you sure you want to be locked down? Are you sure? You sure you want to give up the play games? Y'all got those friends too. So let's talk about that.
That's my
I
friend.
agree with that as
He
well.
knows me. He knows that I'm not ready, so let's go do it.
He doesn't know you're ready. He's influencing you.
And that's my friend knows that I shouldn't settle. That's my friend. She knows me. She knows I'm worth. I deserve better. Right? That's my friend.
Here's the thing.
So I'd rather have a friend who would tell me, a single friend, hoeing around like you call it, hoeing around, tell me you don't deserve that.
Right.
You're crying, you're hurting. Then have a friend who's gonna tell me, go sleep around with different women and don't let that go.
Exactly.
Or don't get married to this woman. That's a bad friend right there.
You will not
But
put
listen,
something to
there's a difference between giving advice. I feel like friends should give advice, but they should not make that conclusion.
Right.
And I feel like a lot of times they just, leave her alone, leave her alone. No, you leave me alone. Leave my friend John alone. Leave me alone.
But you know,
But you're the one chasing her. How she want to leave you alone? You chasing.
In 2020, more women are doing chasing now.
Right.
All I have to do is lay down shit, and then it's coming.
Yeah,
It's coming.
that's true.
Well, what I would say is, please don't waste my time. I won't gonna waste your time as well. Please, if I feel like it's not connecting, I'm gonna take that L and move on.
Amen.
Okay.
I mean, I just feel like, like I mentioned, everybody gotta hold each other accountable. Like, you need to basically know, okay, like, I'm doing this is what I want, and not what people are putting in your ears. Between the relationship at the end of the day is between you and the other person. You can say what you want, like you can tell your friend the story, but again, they only hear your side. The other side is unheard, so they're gonna advise you based on what you told them. And from what I know, most of the time you're not going to tell your friend, oh yeah, I messed up. It's always he or she did this, that to me. So we need to act like, actually be accountable and be intentional, like you said as well.
So for me, I just feel like you have to go in dating with a purpose. If you feel like your intentions and this person's intentions don't match up, there's no need to even start a relationship. Because in the long run, you're going to bump heads. It's going to be a waste of each other's time. So just keep it real and keep that communication, because that's really all it's about.
Yeah, I totally agree. Same thing. I think that you should definitely be put your intentions out there. Don't just date blindly. Know exactly why you're dating, what's the goal, and if it's not there, leave.
Right.
Like date with a purpose.
Yeah, same thing. I think our communication is big, but one thing I like to see better is a strong partnership. I'd rather see a couple that are doing well together, married or not, than the married couple and then just having all sort of problems. So I like a strong partnership and a healthy partnership, nothing toxic or anything. So it's good to take advice from other people, from your friends, but you have to watch where it's coming from. Because sometimes it doesn't always come from a good place. Some people can be jealous. I feel like it's way better to be in a 20 years relationship with no marriage than to be single for 20 years by yourself. That is sadness. And you're gonna be lonely. Don't take advice from somebody that's lonely. They want you to be lonely with them.
Wow. Okay. With that being said, ladies out there, okay? Especially the single ladies, you out there, you're dating and you're going around. Date with a purpose. Go out there. Don't be afraid to state what you want. Your terms and your conditions from the get-go.
Yes.
Okay? And see what this man wants from you. Because if he doesn't want the same thing, it's best for you to get out now.
Exactly.
10 years later. He is not in the same state as you. Y'all not on the same
Level.
Leave. Save yourself the heartache and the headache.
Period.
And that's
Shout
how
out, boy, bye.
Period.
I agree with her, and just to add on what she's saying, I think women, we need to know our worth.
Exactly.
Know your worth,
Right.
and don't drop that low self-esteem. Because we make these men too comfortable to do these things, to keep us for 5-10 years. So do not make these men comfortable. To show them that I know my worth. You're not ready? All right, good. Maybe if we're meant to be, it's gonna be. But for now, I want you to grow separately, and I will grow. And if it's meant to be, we can definitely come together. Period. And guess what? There's a lot of men out there. A lot of men. You find a man who definitely treats you like a queen. Let's stay in a relationship where a man treats you like trash.
With the shortage of good men.
With a shortage of good men.
Women are chasing men, period.
It don't matter. No,
Wow.
it don't matter. My friend
Right.
said, I'm Congo Millennial, period.